how do you avoid mistakes when building your startup? And let me tell you, this is the list. This is an outline for what you're eventually going to be put together for a pitch deck if you plan on raising money. But the benefit of using this is that it is sort of a way to test your investment thesis. Okay. So I do this all the time. So I'll actually create a pitch deck, even at an idea stage, to see if people are going to get it. One of the biggest problems that Anthony pointed out is that the first stage of a startup is called problem, solution, fit. But the issue is that typically founders, especially first-time founders, go solution, problem, fit. So they think of a solution without awareness of the exact problem, and then they try and shoehorn that solution, their solution looking for a problem. And then by that time, you have confirmation bias. You think your solution is going to work no matter what. So the trick that Anthony brought up is to understand the problems of your audience first without having a solution in mind. Number one thing. Now, here's the key. So Mitchell, you basically have a two-sided marketplace going on. You've got the people who need financial services, and then you got the people who want to provide financial services. Each of them are going to have a separate set of problems. So one of the things is to go and talk to the financial services provider and say, hey, what is the problem that you're facing, right? And it might not be leads. It might be how to close those leads. It might be all sorts of things, or they might not have money. Here's another thing. They might say, I don't have problems getting leads. I have problems affording to get the leads, type thing. Glenn Ross, or maybe I just dated myself. I'm old. There's this movie, and it's the Glenn Ross leads, and they're the magical.
Oh yes, I know exactly.
Okay, yeah, you've seen that clip. It's a
Patel. Why I always get the goddamn Patel? What the hell?
Yeah, that's
awesome.
That's the movie, right? So that might be the problem. And then talking to your users and saying, okay, why don't you sign up for, financial services? And why don't you, and maybe they say, oh, I'm fine watching my TikTokers, give the financial advice because they're out there, right? So what I do is I actually will start off with my problem. So I'll do my problem statement here. And we got lots of resources. We got the Pitch Deck Perfection course and what have you. And I'll actually just articulate the problem, and then I'll circulate that problem statement to people. I go, do you understand what the problem is? Like, is it super clear? And maybe I'll do problem and solution, put together problem and solution. And I will just test, do you understand? Does it resonate? And if I can get someone say, holy cow, I've been waiting for someone, to solve this problem this way, or yeah, I got that problem. I didn't know that there was the solution, type thing. And I'll just get feedback all the time. So how you avoid the mistakes, especially the mistake of building something and putting in all these resources to only have it ill-timed in the marketplace and realize the market is in need, is try to create a pitch deck, right? Try to go, and I'm always working the pitch deck, no matter what stage the startup is in. I have a skeleton pitch deck outline that I'm constantly working. A lot of people go, how is it that you seem to be able to just pull out, a pitch deck, magically pull a pitch deck out of, a hat, like a rabbit? And I'm like, that's easy. Load your hat with 1,000 rabbits. In other words, I'm always working my pitch deck no matter what. I'm always aware what my problem statement is, what my solution statement is. And then I go down the list of, key features, market opportunity, business model, how do I make money? And I'm testing my investment thesis. So I write it down. So my pitch deck is my thesis. And then I'm testing it out based upon user data and my experiences out there, trying to sell this thing. And so if you can start to test this. So Mitchell, how you avoid the mistake? I'm not saying you're making mistakes already, but you asked, how do I avoid common pitfalls? Well, this is how you do it. Work on your investment thesis and keep testing it over and over again.